A very good evening, guys. As mentioned yesterday, today we take the next chapter, that is retirement of partner. Now, as I mentioned on the very first day when we started this year, this chapter, retirement of partner, and the next one, death of partner, both are interrelated. Both together will take less time than what we took for admission. 85% of the chapter, retirement and death, is exactly same. There's just a minor variation. After we finish the first sum of retirement, I'll tell you what is the difference, because this same sum you can also do with death, you can also do with retirement. Same sum you can do with death and retirement. Okay? Now, first, what do you mean by retirement of partner? We are done with admission, correct, in the starting of the year. What was the concept of admission? When I say admission of partner, that means there are two partners, a third one comes, or there are three partners, a fourth one comes. A new partner comes into the business, he brings extra money in the form of capital and he gets extra skill. I had explained in the starting also that now everybody has to be well versed with the technology. Senior people, they are not used to computers and internet. So now the trend is that you take the younger generation people who know how to operate computer, who are very active on social media. So young talent, new skill comes into the business. That was purpose of admission. Now what is retirement? As the name suggests, retirement of partner means one partner in the firm retires from the business. Say for example, there are three partners, A, B and C. Three partners are there. C, for any reason, he says, I don't want to continue. Might be he must be of old age, or his health is not proper, he wants to now rest for the rest of his life, or there is some dispute of C with A and B. There can be any reason. So C says, end of it, I don't want to continue in the firm, I want to leave the firm. That is called as retirement. So retirement of partner means a partner who is the owner, co-owner of the partnership firm decides to leave the firm for whatsoever reason. He doesn't want to continue, he is out. So as I mentioned in the example, say for example A, B and C are there. C leaves, so now the new firm name A and B continue as the remaining partner. So retirement of partner means a single partner leaving the business. He doesn't want to continue, so he leaves the business with the remaining partners and he will take a share and move out from the business. That is the concept of retirement. Now as far as accounting is concerned, many things are very common between admission and retirement. So when we do retirement and death, 50% of admission ka revision also will be done because accounts and all are same. Okay. Now listen, same concept applies which applied for admission. When a partner retires, assets are revalued, liabilities may be revalued. Assets and liabilities will be revalued, for which we prepare a special account, what we did in admission also, that is revaluation account. I had mentioned earlier, revaluation account ka alternative name is profit and loss adjustment. Revaluation account is also called as profit and loss adjustment account. So instead of revaluation, even if you write P&L adjustment, that is also fine. There will be partners capital, all the partners. Then there will be goodwill account, there will be balance sheet, and not all the cases, but around half the cases you will have to prepare cash bank account. The first sum what I am solving, what I am doing today, if I am able to do the second sum, today there is no cash bank account. When there are a cash transaction, that time cash bank account will come. So when retirement takes place, there will be valuation of goodwill, similar to admission, little bit variation aayega. There will be revaluation of assets and liabilities. And how we should do, when new partner comes in, he used to bring extra money. Now this fellow is going out, so there is no question of he bringing into business anything. He will go out with certain money and the firm has to pay him some amount. If the firm has the cash, they will pay the cash to that partner, and if the firm doesn't have the cash, then that money which is payable to the retiring partner, the partner who retires, that will be treated as that partner ka loan account. This is the basic of retirement. Now I won't waste much time because the concept is similar to admission. Straight away I'll start a sum, and in the sum only I'll show you how to go about it. What I am doing right now is the first one, question number 21, page 243. Page 243, question 21. If you see now, the question and adjustments almost look similar like admission. Let's read the sum, do the marking, and then we will see what is to be done. Given below is the balance sheet of Sunita, Surekha and Nilima, who were sharing profits loss in the ratio of 3:3:2. Balance sheet is given on 31st March 20. Creditors, bills payable, reserve fund, capital for all the three partners, asset side pay, cash, data, stock, machinery, furniture, building. On 1st April 20, Nilima retired from the firm on the following terms. Remember, three partners, Nilima is the retiring partner. Assets to be revalued as under stock 12,000, machinery 16,000, furniture 8,400. Put a mark on stock, machinery, furniture. Put a mark on stock, machinery, furniture. RDD to be maintained at 4% on debtors. Put a mark on debtors. An item of 200 from creditors is no longer a liability and hence should be properly adjusted. Put a mark on creditors. Goodwill of the firm valued at 8,000. This is an independent adjustment. Now see what I have told you. Prepare profit and loss adjustment. That is nothing but another name for revaluation. So even if you use the word profit and loss adjustment is fine. Even if you write revaluation it's fine. Partners, capital and balance sheet. But we will prepare goodwill also. Okay guys? Now, before we start, how we will prepare the format? See, first give the heading in the books of firm. Around 8 lines ka revaluation account, double column, same what we did in admission. Around 8 lines, there also we kept the same size. Below revaluation account, partners capital. See the balance sheet. Whatever is the number of partners in the balance sheet, that many columns you prepare. 3 partners, so 3 columns. 4 रहेगा तो 4. Then admission में there used to be 2. यहाँ पे 2 नहीं हो सकता. The reason is if there are 2 partners and one partner goes, so एक ही बचता है. Then that is not a partnership form. So minimum 3 partners will be there in retirement or death का balance sheet. So 3 partners, 3 columns. Then you have goodwill account of around 4 lines. Then there will be cash bank, but in this sum there are no cash transaction, so there is no cash bank account. Otherwise there will be cash bank. If there is cash bank, even if you prepare after capital it's fine, even if you prepare after goodwill it's fine. And around 10 lines ka balance sheet. So in this sum 8 lines ka revaluation, around 8 lines ka partners capital with 3 partners ka column on the debit and the credit side, 4 lines ka goodwill and around 10 lines ka balance sheet. Okay, chalo. Let's start the posting. Creditors, bills payable. Same admission ka posting. Because we have done admission, this chapter will now go much faster. Creditors and bills payable are liabilities. Come to the liability side, leave around 4-5 lines. Okay. Creditors mein there is a mark, so put creditors in the inner column and leave a line. Bills payable, we know very well, it's a liability, so come to the liability side, bills payable 4,400. Now guys, listen very carefully. Reserve fund 8,000. We have done this in admission also. General reserve, reserve fund, P&L. What is reserve fund? It is reserves or profits created by the firm. It is reserves or profits created by the firm which will be distributed amongst the partners. Now ध्यान रखना, when we did admission, the share of reserve was distributed only between the old partners. The new partner who came in admission, that partner did not get any share. But यहाँ पे there is no new partner coming. In fact, one partner is leaving. So whatever is the reserve fund, it will be distributed amongst all the partners. Whatever is the amount of reserve fund, it will be distributed amongst all the partners. So how many are there? 3. What is the amount of reserve fund? 8,000. You will divide it in the profit sharing ratio. What is the ratio? See, 3, 3, 2. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. You all know the division. Division कैसे करना है? 8,000 divided by 8 will give you how much? 1,000. So into 3, 3,000. Into 3, 3,000. Into 2, 2,000. I'll repeat again. Ratio is 3, 3, 2. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 8,000 divided by 8 gives you 1,000. 1,000 into 3, first partner. 1,000 into 3, second partner. And 1,000 into 2, third partner. Now listen. Always first line we write opening balance. So leave one line and then write by reserve fund account, Sunita 3,000, Surekha 3,000 and Nilima 2,000. Sunita 3,000, Surekha 3,000, Nilima 2,000. Got it? Reserve fund, general reserve, P&L, everything will be distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. If the ratio is not given, then it will be equal. Okay? Then capital, we have left a line. Come to the line which we have left. By balance brought down 24,000, 26,000, 18,000. 24,000, 26,000 and 18,000. Got it? So first line opening balance is exactly same of admission. Then distribute the reserve. Asset side, cash. Now listen, in each and every sum of admission, we prepared cash bank account. What I told in starting, यहाँ पे you will prepare cash bank account only when there is some adjustment related to cash in the adjustments, which is not there. That is the reason we have not prepared cash bank. So no adjustment. So straight away it will come on the asset side at the same figure. So you write there cash 10,800. Cash 10,800. Then debtors, stock, machinery, furniture, building. All 5 assets. Put all of them on the asset side. Wherever there is a mark, put it in the inner column and leave a line. Okay? So debtors, put 25,000 in the inner column, leave a line. Stock 12,600, put it in the inner column, leave a line. Machinery, put it in the inner column, leave a line. Furniture, put it in the inner column, leave a line. Building, no adjustment, so straight away outside 24,000. Building straight away outside 24,000. Okay? Posting is exactly the same way how we did in admission. Till now, The only difference between admission and retirement का posting is admission में the reserve was distributed only between the old partners, not for the new one. यहाँ पे it will be distributed amongst all the partners. In short, admission as well as retirement, whoever are the partners whose name is appearing in the balance sheet, they will get the reserve fund का share. Admission में the last column was always of the new partner. New partner never used to get the share, so we used to distribute only among the first two. But in retirement and death, whatever is the amount of reserve, it will be distributed amongst all the three partners. Clear with the posting? Now let's take the adjustment. Adjustment also, if you see now, 1, 2, 3, 4 exactly are same what we did in admission. Let's take step by step. On 1st April 20, Nilima retired from the firm on the following term. Now listen now. We have done this in admission also. When you prepare the balance sheet, यहाँ पे देखो, I have kept the date. The date of balance sheet is 1st April 20. It will be that date when the partner retires or dies. See here, below the balance sheet. On 1st April the partner retired, so balance sheet ka date will be 1st April. Let's see. Let's take one by one. Assets revalued as follows. Revalued matlab the revised figure. Let's take one by one. Stock, how much is stock? 12,000. Now, see your balance sheet. How much is stock? 12,600. Revalued means the revised figure should be 12,000. So what I do? 12,600 के बाद वाला line outside 12,000. Okay. Now, what should I do from 12,600 so I get 12,000? I will reduce 600. And same logic what I told you. For stock, use the word written off. Even if you write depreciation, logically it cannot be wrong, but better use the word written off because stock is not a fixed asset. So less written off 600. Second effect. Adjustment is there have to be two effects. Reduction in value of asset is a loss expense, you will debit revaluation. Reduction in value of asset is a loss expense, you will debit revaluation. Come to the debit side of revaluation right there. To stock account that is 600. To stock account that is 600. Had the asset increased, it would have been an income, you would have credited. Next, machinery 60. Now see what is machinery? 17,400. 17,400 ko I want to make it 60. So deduct 1,400. Okay. Machinery is a fixed asset. You will reduce. So right there. Less depreciation. And iska second effect, debit revaluation to machinery account 1,400. To machinery account 1,400. Furniture. Balance sheet value is 8,000. How much you want to make it? 8,400. So outside you get 8,400. So what should I do? To this 8,000 I add 400. So I write there add appreciation 400. So I get outside 8,400. Now what has happened? Asset value has gone up. Asset value has gone up. It's an income. So come to the credit side of revaluation. Buy furniture that is 400. Buy furniture that is 400. Getting it now? So reduction in value of asset, reduce it from here, debit revaluation, increase or appreciation, add to the asset and show it as an income. RDD, we know reserve for doubtful debts, 4% on debtors. That means out of my debtors, I am expecting 4% money I may not get. So I make a provision what we did in final accounts as well as admission. Deduct less RDD at the rate of 4%. 25,000 ka 4% gives you 1,000. So 25 minus 1, you get outside 24. And this 1,000 ka second effect come to the debit side of revaluation and write it. 2 RDD 1,000. Debit side of revaluation 2 RDD 1,000. Next, an item of 200 from creditors is no longer a liability and hence should be properly adjusted. See here, how much is creditors? Creditors ka amount is 17,400. We all know creditors appears on the liability side. What is liability? The money which I am supposed to pay. So I am supposed to pay my creditors 17,400. I am supposed to pay my creditors 17,400. Now what the adjustment says, out of this 17,400, 200 is no longer payable. That means, can I say my liability will get reduced? Where I was supposed to pay 17,400, now I have to pay 200 less. Correct? So what I'll do, I have to pay less, so my liability reduces. So first effect, remove it, write it. Less return of 200. So you get here 17,200. Okay, now see. Reduction in liability. Bolo, loss or gain? Where I was supposed to pay 17,400, now I have to pay only 17,200. So can I say मेरा 200 rupees का saving? Income I will credit revaluation and loss I will debit. So because it's an income, come to the credit side of revaluation, right there, by creditors account 200. By creditors account 200. Getting it? So yaad rakhna. Appreciation, add to asset, income. Depreciation, deduct from asset, expense, debit revaluation. Reduction in liability, reduce from liability, income, credit revaluation. And if the liability is increased, add it here and expense. Okay, so 1, 2 and 3 were exactly same what we did in addition, even the fourth one. Goodwill of the firm valued at 8,000. There is no goodwill in the balance sheet. Later on there will be sums where goodwill will be there in the balance sheet. Firm ka goodwill is to be valued 8,000. Now we had done addition में raise, written off, same है यहाँ पे भी है. Value मतलब raise. What is the amount of goodwill? 8,000. Now same thing happened in admission. What we did for reserve. We used to raise or create goodwill only amongst the old partners, OLD, old partners. But यहाँ पे we have to create among all partners, ALL. All partners, वहाँ पे old partners, यहाँ पे all. All मतलब all three, including the retiring partners. Goodwill is an asset. Assets always have a debit balance. Goodwill is an asset. Asset always have a debit balance. So the first step is I will create goodwill by debiting goodwill. So what you do? Come to the debit side of goodwill. 8,000 again divide between all the three partners in the ratio 3:3:2. Now fortunately reserve fund ka amount bhi 8,000 tha. Goodwill is also 8, so the amount will be same. So what you do? Come to the debit side of goodwill. Write the names of all the three partners. To Sunita's capital account 3,000. to Surekha's capital account 3,000 to Nilima's capital account 2,000. Okay, all the three partners. Now see, goodwill to the three partners, come to the credit side of capital, give the corresponding effect, by goodwill account 3,000, 3,000, 2,000. By goodwill 3, 3 and 2. So there are two credits of 3, 3, 2. One is for reserve fund, one is for goodwill. Got it? So I'll repeat. Reserve fund and goodwill, you will distribute among all the partners. When I say all, matlab whoever's name is appearing in the balance sheet, including the retiring partner. Okay? Anything else is there? No. Now, same what we did in admission. Next step. First, close revaluation account and get the profit loss. Then the new point will come in partners capital. Dekho, debit side is looking greater. That means there is a loss. 600 plus 1400, 2000, 2000 plus 1000, 3000 minus 600. So that gives me 2400. This is my loss, which we call it as revaluation loss. If the difference would have come here, it would have been revaluation profit. This is loss. You will distribute amongst all the three partners. So write it. By revaluation loss, underline, write the names of all the partners, and 2400 should be against the name of the third partner. 2400 should be against the name of the third partner. Now 2400, those who have not yet followed, ratio is 332, that is 8. 2400 divide by 8 karoge to 8 3s are 24. 300, so 300 into 3, 900, 900 and 300 into 2, that is 600. So 900, 900 and 600 is the distribution. Got it? Same logic. If it was profit, you would have transferred it to the credit of capital. Loss, so now you will debit. Come to the debit side of capital, write it. By revaluation account 900, 900, 600. By revaluation 900, 900 and 600. Clear, guys? Now listen. The most important and the new point of this chapter. Apart from this, the rest all balancing part is same. Now listen very carefully. Okay, ध्यान से सुनो. The same point will apply for death also. Revaluation you closed. You got the profit loss. Profit loss you transferred it to capital. Now you will close capital. But the partner who retires, uska account you will close first. The partner who retires, uska account you will close first. Which is the partner retiring? Nilima, correct? So you will close Nilima first. Put the signs of total, but first balance Nilima account only. देखो 18 and 2, 20 and 2. Credit side का total is higher, 22. Debit side पे कितना है? 600. Now see, 22,000 minus 600. What do you do? Listen, नीचे नहीं, थोड़ा ऊपर लिखना. 21,400 and put a dash dash. take the difference थोड़ा ऊपर and put dash dash. Now listen. Normally what we do, final accounts, admission, everywhere we have done, we close the account, we write to balance carried down and it goes in the balance sheet. Now Nilima is retiring, so Nilima is out of the firm. Nilima is retiring, Nilima is out of the firm, so she is no longer a partner. So if she is no longer a partner, you cannot write here to balance, because that is written only for the owners who are going to continue the business. Nilima is out. Either they will tell you to pay this full or pay this in part, or if nothing is given, this will be her loan which will be paid to her in future. So no information of payment is given. So what you will do, against this you will write here to the name of the partner, Nilima's loan account. So the balance of retiring partner will be transferred to her loan, and this is payable to her. So iska second effect will come on the liability side, where you write there Nilima's loan, that is 21,400. Even if you write this above creditors, no problem. ऊपर लिखोगे तो भी चलेगा. There is no fixed order. Got it? So I repeat, after doing all the posting of balance sheet, after doing all the adjustments, close revaluation, transfer the profit or loss of revaluation in capital. First, close the account of that partner who has retired. Uska balance you transfer to loan account. This is the first step. Got it? Now see, Nilima is out. Usko jo bhi dena tha, whatever amount was payable to Nilima is transferred to her loan account. Bacha kaun? Sunita and Surekha. Now take वो दोनों का balance normal way. Sunita 24 and 3 27 30. $29,100, 26 and 329, 32, 'Nilima' में dash and Sunita and Surekha में right account. Okay, now see. Retiring partner के सामने we wrote to loan account. Now these two will continue, so this will be nothing but normal balance. So right here, to balance carried down, and come to the liability side. Right there, capital Sunita, Surekha. Sunita 29,100, Surekha 31,100. 3 and 3 6. So 60,200 is my total. 60,200 is my total. Getting it now? So 3 partners. One who is retiring, uska balance to that partner ka loan account, it will come separately on the liability side. Remaining 2 partners ka normal way to balance carried down and liability. Next is goodwill, close goodwill. Nothing is there on the credit side, so 8,000 ka total itself is the difference. So against this 8, right? By balance carried down, and this balance is my asset, so come to the asset side, goodwill, that is 8,000. ठीक है, goodwill that is 8,000. Clear guys? याद रखना credit side is greater, you will get a balance here, to balance carried down liability. Debit side is greater, you get your buy balance will go on the asset side. Basic of SYJC. Don't keep that in mind. Okay, difference यहाँ पे है मतलब it's a debit balance. No, this is a credit balance. Why? Credit side is more, debit side is short, so it has come here. This is the credit balance. Debit side is more, credit side is short. So the difference is here, but this is a debit balance. So buy balance closing means debit, to balance closing means credit. Okay, that's it. Now tally the balance sheet and see balance sheet has to tally. 60 and 17, 77, 81, 81, 82, 102, 103, 200. Ten, 34, 46, 62, 70, 94, 102. Yeah. 102 and 1200. 103, 200. So balance sheet का total is 1,03,200. Balance sheet का total is 1,03,200. Clear, guys? So this was the concept retirement. If you see, majority of the things were same like admission only. I'll repeat. Read the sum, do the posting, general reserve, reserve fund, distribute amongst all the partners whose name is there in the balance sheet, reserve and all, do the posting, revalue assets, liabilities, reduction in asset, deduct from asset, debit revaluation, increase in asset, add to the asset, credit revaluation, decrease in liability, reduce from liability, income, credit revaluation, addition in liability, added there, expense, put it here. Close revaluation, transfer the profit loss to capital. After transferring the profit loss, first close the account of retiring partner. If no information is there for payment, which is not there in this case, entire balance of the retiring partner will be transferred to the loan account of that partner. Other two partners close normal way, that will be capital because they too are owners. Close goodwill, and goodwill ka balance will go on the asset side. Goodwill will always not tally. There will be little bit of variations where goodwill account will tally in many cases and some cases it will not tally. If it tallies, fine. If it doesn't tally, then the balance will come in balance sheet and then you tally the balance sheet. So this is the concept of retirement. Now listen, as I told you in the starting, this same sum could have done with death. Could have been done with death. Now I'll tell you, if this was on death, you know what would have been the difference? What you have written here? Nilima's loan account. You would have just written an extra word. You would have called it as Nilima's executor's loan account. This would be the only extra word, baki sab same if this was there. Executors means if a person dies, uske surviving family members. Executors, we also call it as legal heirs. Legal heirs or executors means if a person dies, तो उसके जो बाकी surviving family members है, they are called as executors. So this sum could have been solved in death also and in retirement also. Retirement में we just write Nilima's loan, और अगर death होता Nilima's executors loan. That's why I told you 85% of the chapter is same. I always do it towards the end only because last year the format was different. You all have a different pattern for this specific year only. So, but anyway, we have to, as I told you that I will not skip any chapter. So I had kept it towards the end. Alright guys, so this was the concept of retirement of partner. Understand retirement carefully because if you have done retirement, 90% of death is also covered. Death may there will be some little bit of extra things which we'll see when we come to the chapter. Okay guys, so that's it for today. Today being the first day, I'm just doing this one sum. If time permits, later in the day I'll do the recording. Otherwise, we'll continue tomorrow. So listen to this recording carefully, understand the concept of retirement, understand the posting and the effect and the transfer of loan account, so you get the hang of the chapter. Okay guys, that's it for the day. See you all next time. Till then, take care guys.